I feel like I never see enough sapphic books on booktube. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over 5 of my favorite sapphic books. Some of these are YA, some of these are adult. I will tell you as we go through this video. One of them has romance as a subplot, but I will tell you about that as well. My name is Chantal. Hi. I love these books. I hope you all love them too. I would definitely say check them out. I'll tell you a little bit about them. You can see a little bit of a spoiler here already. I have 5 of them, so this video will be super quick. So let's just hop right into it. The first book I have here is Love Bites by Ray Herman, and this is a vampire romance that turns like vampire witchy romance. So this is like definitely a paranormal romance, and it's so fun. I devoured this book. I read it over Halloween, like in like the October month, because I felt like it was just the perfect book to get like into all like the autumn feels, especially with the vampires and the witches. Oh, and it also has a werewolf. It has everything. And the thing I love about this book is that these two characters, like, there's so much rooting against them, but I feel like their love just conquers all of that. And I love the tension between these two. And I will say that this is an adult romance, so it does have some spice, but it's nothing too over the top or too dramatic. I think it happens maybe like twice. But I did really love this book, and I'm usually not the biggest fan of paranormal romance. I don't know why. I haven't got a vampire book on my TBR, and I don't even know why. But when I read this one, I thought it was just so fun, and I'll read it back for you guys because that's the one thing that really sucked me into this book. 2 years after a painful divorce, Chloe is still struggling to leave the house, paralyzed by anxiety and memory. So when she's bullied into a night of dancing by her busybody aunt and finds herself in a golf club on her own in a strange part of town, she isn't looking for anything more than to pass the time until she can leave. Then she meets Angela, a smart, beautiful astronomy PhD student whose smile makes her heart pound. In Angela's eyes, Chloe can see a future. Suddenly, home alone is the last place Chloe wants to be. Trouble is, Angela can only come out at night. Angela doesn't feel the cold or eat. Angela has sharp and deathly teeth. Angela and Chloe might just be perfect for each other, but how do you build a life together when one of you is already dead? Like, honestly, I love this book. I devoured it. It was so much fun. It was just a quick, fun, like, romance read, but I will definitely recommend it, especially if you're into, like, spooky stuff. Now, this is the book I told you. It was like, it has, like, romance as a subplot, but it's still sapphic, and I did really enjoy it, and I can't really recommend books without recommending at least, like, one spooky book. So, this is the spooky book of that video, and it's Young and Supposed to Die Tonight by Kaylin Byron. And if you're into like slasher movies, then this is like perfect for you because this takes place in like kind of like a summer camp where the guests are playing the victims of like a serial killer, and the serial killer is an actor, obviously, because all the people there are pretending to also be victims, to be the vulnerable, and to be the act like the serial killer. So that's fucking creepy. I don't know why anyone would sign up for that, would I? You know what? Maybe I would. Never mind. And then one day, one camp, like one event of like the summer camp, horror, mystery, murder camp, escape camp, whatever, there is a real serial killer. So you can imagine how that happens. Like, shit just goes down when they find the first real dead body. So yeah, this is romance as a subplot, but it's sapphic, and I love it. And if you like my favorite movie personally, like horror movies, Friday the 13th, like the entire series. So this, to me, is like crack. Now I have to eat my words because I said I didn't usually enjoy paranormal romance, and here we are. We have After Love by Tanya Byrne, and I've recommended this book before. Like, look at the tabs on it. You can't really see it because it has pink sprayed edges. Oh, there you go. But I tapped the shit out of this book. I love this book. This is very like insta lovey, but it's so cute, and the love between them, like even from very early on, this feels so natural and real, and I love that. And it just says car headlights. The last thing Ash hears is a snap of breaking glass as the windscreen hits her and shatters into a million pieces, like stars. But she made it. She's still here, or is she? This New Year's Eve, Ash gets an invitation from the afterlife she can't decline, to join a clan of fierce girl reapers who take the souls of the city's dead to await their fate. But Ash can't forget her first love puppy, and she will do anything to see her again, even if it means they only get a few more days together, dead or alive. So it's like this book just go into like grieving all that stuff and like learning to accept things you can't control. But overall, I think it's cute. It's a little bit deep, but it's still like I just felt like this book spoke to me. Is it insta love? Yes. Is it a bit unrealistic? Yes. Do I still love it? Yes. And to last, we have The Do's and Don'ts of Love by Adiba Yagada. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm so sorry if I'm not. And on the bottom, it just says a second chance or a recipe for disaster. So this is a baking competition romantic comedy book. It's YA, and I will give you a heads up because I usually don't like this. It has a love triangle. And I know I hate love triangles, but in this book I didn't mind it as much. I enjoyed this book, and I think that was mainly because of the baking competition aspect, because I'm such a sucker for like baking competitions and cooking competitions and all that stuff. So this is just a fun, quick YA read. And the characters in this are pretty fun, especially the main characters. Like they're not perfect by any means, and I love that. I love that they're not perfect. I love that their relationship has like struggles. I love that they're like communicating and trying to figure shit out. Like it's not perfect by any means, and that is just so human. And I love it in books when characters aren't just like copy paste of all the perfect characteristics without any flaws, and only the people around them are doing things wrong. Does that make sense? Shireen Malik is still reeling from a breakup when she hears that she will be a contestant on a TV baking competition. As well as the prize money, she hopes that the buzz will bring some attention to her parents' beloved donut shop. But things grow complicated when Shireen learns that her ex-girlfriend Chris is also on the show. Then there's Nymph, a fellow contestant who Shireen finds herself quickly growing close to. As the competition heats up, Shireen will have to put her feelings aside if she wants to a sweet victory. Like I said, this is a fun, quick read. I love this book and I love this cover as well. It's so cute. This is the last book I have for today, and this is a romance Christmas book. And I know what you're thinking. It's February. I don't care. Add it to your Christmas TBR for next year. Read it when it's not Christmas. I don't care. It is Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. It's a small town Christmas second chance romance between these two musicians who met when they were like friend. Like I think they met when they were like just in primary school or in high school. I'm not sure. They met really early on. Okay, they had been friends for like a good few years before they started dating, and then they wanted to get married, but one of them was having second thoughts because they were having a lot of other struggles in the relationship, and then she left the other one at the altar. Yeah, and then a few years later, I think it's 5 years later. Excuse me if I'm wrong. I think it's 5 years later that they meet again in the small town over Christmas. And at this in the small town, there's like this turtle dove competition. That's like, oh, not competition really. It's like this turtle dove program where they try to match up singles over the Christmas holidays, and they have to do like dating activities with like a big group and meet like new people. And then they get like jealous and they realize they have still feelings for each other, but there are other people who they're like trying to flirt with, like things like that. It sounds so silly, but I promise it has like the perfect small town romance Christmassy vibes. I promise you that. 5 years ago, Charlotte Donovan was ditched at the altar. Now she's doing more than okay. Sure, her mother never checks in, but she has her band, the Rosalind Quartet. And her life in New York is a dream come true. As the holidays draw near, her ensemble mate Sloan persuades the quartet to spend Christmas with the family in Colorado for some festive peace. But when Charlotte arrives, she discovers an unexpected guest, none other than her ex-fiancé Brighton. All Brighton Fairbrooke wanted was to have the holliest, jolliest Christmas. Instead, she's stuck pretending she and Charlotte are strangers. Difficult when Sloane's mom signs them all up for festive dating events. Soon they're entranced in horseback riding and cookie decorating, but Charlie still won't talk to Brighton, not after what she did. One thing she can't deny is the chemistry, and slowly things start to slip through. Memories, music, and the way they used to play together, it all feels painfully familiar. But it's all in the past, and nothing can melt the ice in their hearts, right? I love this book, and I love this cover. I will say this does have some spice, but once again, it's nothing too crazy. Anyway, these are the 5 books. Oh wait, let me turn that around. These are the 5 books I'm recommending you guys today. I hope you'll read some of them. If you have any new recommendations for me, please leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, and if you want to see more videos and get more book recommendations from me in the future, don't forget to subscribe. Bye!